Hi, my name is Jordy. I am a drummer, and today I'm talking about why just knowing how to play the drums is not enough to make it as a working drummer. Let's talk about it. So something I wish I would have known like 10 years ago when I started drumming professionally is that yes, you're going to hear a lot about how to be better at playing the drums. That's what you go to school for. That's what you take lessons for. But something I've realized over the years is just being good at the drums is not anywhere close to everything that you need to know and be good at to be a working professional drummer in the real actual world. It's not just about drumming, it's about several things. And I want to talk to you about the other skills that I have found to be very useful and beyond that, actually necessary to make it as a working drummer. So let's talk about the list. So the first non-drumming skill necessary to make it as a working drummer is having conversations. I know it's weird, but if I had to rank what are the most useful skills that I have found over the years, just being able to go to a gig and go up to someone that you don't know, but who's working on the gig as well, and just have a basic conversation with them has been huge. Why? Because network and who you know is so much of what causes you to get more work and gigs. How do you build a network? Well, you have to build a relationship with people. How do you build a relationship with people? You talk to them. It all starts with a basic conversation. This is something that some people are better at, some people are worse at, some people love doing, some people absolutely hate it. I understand that. Everyone's different. But if you can, if you're already good at it, skip to the next part. If you're not good at it, rest assured you can get better at it. I've seen this over and over, and I've myself have even improved at this one skill. A great thing you can look up, it's called the Ford method. If you're not sure where to start with that and ask good questions and really listen. Even if you say no words basically the entire time except for ask a few questions, just doing that alone will make you seem like you're the best conversation haver that they've ever met in their life. I'm telling you, just ask good questions. People love talking about themselves. The second non-drumming skill that is super necessary to be a working drummer is personal finance. You will sink or swim based on how good you are at personal finance. It will make someone's career who's struggling, and it will break someone who's really good. Basic rules of personal finance have not changed for a very long time. Spend less than you make, have multiple streams of income, invest the money with a long time horizon, and be disciplined and patient. Other than that, that's all you need to know. Have an emergency fund. Dave Ramsey is a great person to follow. Look at his baby steps. The next non-drumming skill that will help you make it as a working drummer is recording. If you can learn how to record yourself, even decently, just the idea of, okay, let me get a couple microphones, a basic overhead, snare, bass drum, maybe some tom mics, and I can figure out how to mic that decently and record myself and send it to somebody else. That is a giant skill that, especially in today's world with everything being so remote, will make you so much more valuable to people, will double the odds that you can get a gig because now you can be in person or not in person. That's huge. If you can learn the basics of recording, which is not hard to do, just study it, find some videos on YouTube. There's plenty of them. Recording Revolution is awesome. I started there, and Graham over at Recording Revolution is really helpful to me. Learn that and you will be much better off than if you just know how to drum. And by the way, personal finance is what helps you get the microphones that you can then record yourself with. So it all relates. This is what I'm talking about. The last non-drumming skill that is super necessary, or at least very valuable, is the ability to teach. Not everybody likes that. It's not everybody's cup of tea. Totally fine. But I've made a lot of the money that I've made drumming from actually teaching lessons. And teaching is basically a combination of simplifying things and explaining them, and also just public speaking. You have to talk to somebody else. If you can do those two things, you can teach. It's not that bad. Teaching is a good source of money that is always needed. Private lessons are just a thing that's always around. It's a recurring source of revenue, and it diversifies your income stream. Talking about personal finance rules, again, that's a big one if you haven't noticed by now. Having live gigs, recording gigs, and teaching gigs, huge benefit to a working drummer. So definitely look into getting better at teaching if you aren't there already. So those are the tips. Those are non-drumming skills that you can stack together that makes the odds of your success double, triple, 10 times as likely than if you just were good at playing the drums. So I hope you find this valuable. I put together this YouTube channel as basically a series of videos that I wish I would have come across 10 years ago when I started being a working drummer. So if you enjoyed this, check out the other ones. Hope you find it helpful, and I will talk to you later.